I think we have a couple of young ladies at the end there. The hands raised, unless somebody else.
I just wanted to know if there was some way that we could get better communication about stuff that's going to happen. Just when I saw that generator come in and then it started going and the fumes were coming out and I didn't know what it was for. I actually didn't know what it was until I asked somebody that was working on it. If there was some way that, you know, direct residents that are being affected by these things could get some kind of flyer, if there's going to be cranes around in the future, if we can get some kind of information about how long those are going to be there, or, you know, just better communication with the direct people that are, you know, people are being directly affected by it.
I'm definitely guilty of not sending a letter out on the air conditioning. Sorry? Oh. No, but we just somebody else said they didn't receive the. Huh? Okay. Oh, no, we will do that. I'm just talking about what's already happened. We have a newsletter out. I don't know how many people here received it, but we sent it out the entire residence. How many copies did we send out?
1,500 to 2,000.
So,
Is it emailed or is it mailed?
no.
Mail.
Okay.
So if you're not getting it and you'd like to get it, do let us know, but there is a newsletter out. And yes, we will make sure that the progress on the air conditioning project will be communicated to the community at large. We might even just put a poster up in the local library and the local politician
Right next
office.
to the generator, a bulletin board covered, and they can
Well, hopefully it
walk up
won't
and
be there
see
to be
it or
seen
something.
in 2
Yeah.
weeks. So, you know, I just put my
I'm giving you
life
ideas,
on.
they cost
No.
money.
Right,
$7 million
I have a
bucks.
question.
With, in the
So you say that, I've lived in the neighborhood for a good amount of years, but this is my first time at one of the community meetings. So going again, this is my neighbor, and none of us, we didn't know anything about the generators. I didn't know any about these community meetings. So if there's like any way that we could get like a flyer.
How did you find out about this one?
Someone posted a flyer against the generators on our door. So that's the only way I found out about
I
this.
got it also.
Yeah. And this meeting has been very helpful because I just thought actually that the tornado was the reason why we had these generators, which I've been telling everybody. So I guess I was
The tornado
completely
did
wrong.
some damage to what we already
To the
had,
hospital.
but that's not the sole reason.
Yeah. And then you also mentioned something about cranes, but you didn't go into it. I mean, should we be expecting like cranes for a long duration or just like a week at the most?
I cannot answer that right now. Yeah, go ahead.
To address your question about attending future meetings, everybody that's here will be added. If you
Yeah, I figured that we would. I'm
If you
sure
go to
that a
the-
lot of our neighbors, like my
Yes.
next door neighbors, everyone in my building doesn't know
We have
about
a mailing list of the people who usually attend these meetings. Now, the mailing list is updated every time we have one of these meetings. So today, everybody that's been here for the first time will be on our mailing list for the future meeting, which will happen in September, and for the newsletters and any other kind of mailers that we have. Mr. Spadaccini had said that he's gonna give me a.
We can provide, well, you know, the hospital will have knowledge of how we're going to progress with
Yes.
this, with the extra construction. There's going to be cranes, there's going to be material coming off the 7th floor, new stuff going on it. It will be, we can communicate it to you when it will happen.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we will have all permits, so we're not going to block the street, but there will be things going on. So if you want to know, we can put it into the
Yes.
newsletter and alert.
Oh, definitely.
The
I mean, I
residents
live
of what's gonna
exactly
happen.
like right across the street. I see the generator when I walk out the door, and it's just
Right.
kind of weird that I haven't heard anything about these meetings. And I've lived here for like 6 years, and this is my very first time here. Thank you.
I think, can we just have one question?
Spread the word yourself. It's a good
Because
idea.
I would like to, if everyone is in agreement, wind this up by 8 o'clock. Does that work?
I think the community in its immediate radius is due the respect of a hand-delivered notice, the way if you close the street down, especially these people that have been enduring this and are really suffering from it. I think that's that minimum courtesy. Whatever is happening, if it takes once a week and you have to send one person around to these particular blocks that are the worst afflicted, I mean, I think it's really minimal effort to communicate that.
Even just a one-page sheet about updates.
No, I think one thing is very clear here. that the people who are affected the most didn't know why these things were here, how long they were here for. We'll definitely correct it. But sending a hand-delivered notice, we just have to figure out the radius out. We will do it, but let's do one thing at a time. What I'd like to do is just to wait around. Now we put our heads on the block. That thing has to move before next weekend is up.
Within 2 weeks.
Yeah, within 2 weeks.
We're figuring for next week, but
Yeah.
I don't want to hang myself, and they said they need.
Well, I've already hung myself, so you better help me, right? So we are going to move those things off, and it will be done.
I have an easy suggestion. Just
Yes, sir.
until you figure out the radius, if you your information desk in the main lobby, if the person who manned that desk had available updates, that one of us could just come in, pick up an update, that would be helpful.
Right, or the people who are interested in knowing have access to it, and that way,
Right.
Right, we just go to the information desk.
Dr. Everybody going to say something before you leave, or? You said leave Rajiv on his own. Let him hang himself. All right. No, I'm just joking. He needs to get back to work. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. You need to pass the mic down.
I'm coming for you. You're welcome.
Good evening. My name is Evelyn Rajiv, and I'm here from the New York City Department of Health. I think that how many people here have access to email? Or have access? Does everyone have access to email?
No.
So then that's not a good look. I was going to suggest an email blast on a regular basis, and that would keep everyone updated.
I have another solution, if I may interrupt. The last conference I went to, I understand that 82% of the people in this community have cell phones. What I would love to do is this community get together, get me a list of all the cell phones. We can SMS text everybody, the block. That is, everyone has a cell phone these days, whether you read your email or not. And the other reason I want to do it is sometime in the future, we would like to send you health information through the SMS text also. So if we can get a repository of cell numbers, I would really, really appreciate it. So who's going to take that challenge on?
Second thing, that maybe from the group that's here to create a committee tonight that would be, kind of take this on if need be.
Listen, any suggestions? Anybody want to take the lead? You're more than welcome. Nobody can take the lead here?
I think it's the hospital's responsibility.
I think without the community, the hospital can't do it, sir.
I think her suggestion of initially going door to door, in the immediate radius.
The information
I know what's the
We are following your lead.
No, Chris.
We are following your lead. We can't do anything unless you do something first.
Dr. Charles.
The point is, we were talking 5 minutes ago, the community wants to get together.
but I didn't sign it.
You didn't sign it? Okay.
Okay. Dr. Charles, I'd like to say something fantastic.
Yeah, don't shut it.
Okay, here.
I've been standing back there and listening to everybody. And I just cannot help express some of my feelings. And I wish I could have done that before. The camaraderie that this community has and the care that you community members have for each other and for the community is laudable. I so much appreciate that. Would you please applaud for that for yourself? You are such a commendable community here. Now we have been talking about support from the community for a number of years for various programs. And I hope that sometimes in the future, at least when some new cardiovascular programs have to be introduced, I can count on you to come together, just like this, or much better, and help us out. And we have no cost to you. Thank you so much.
I'm going to whoever wants to have notices from the hospital can just sign it. Just put your email on it, and that way we'll just get this paper started. And yourself, right? Any information that you want to put on this to be better informed, just do that, and then we'll pass it around.
I'll come right there for you.
Seriously.
Right. I was going to say, I think, thank you all for coming. Thank you for your support.
Before everybody leaves, but my suggestion is that the residents that are affected by the generators should do a subcommittee themselves and get together, because it's only a certain area, specific area. So they should get together, their neighbors, and come in contact with the hospital and talk to them and see what's going on. They should be involved themselves because it's affecting that specific area. So that's commendable. So that's what you should do, because some people, residents here, are not affected by that, but the ones that are affected should activate themselves and do what they need to do. Okay, and help the hospital. But if you're right across from the hospital, come on in and ask them what's going on.
That's why we're here.
Simple as that.
Excellent idea.
Okay.
Anyway, I think we have discussed this.
Okay,
We will send an update to the community, and I would like to say good night to everyone, unless there's a issue somebody wants to bring up.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you so much.